Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonia from True Soul Intuition, and we're here to do an energy update for the Twin Flame Collective. I haven't been able to do any readings properly, guys. Just a lot of family stuff and life stuff, and I haven't had the energy to actually really focus on both. So, you know, when my energies I always withdraw and just take the rest when it's around. Not that I've had any, physically had no rest, but it's fine. Like, you know, sometimes I just have to be human and tend to things in that respect. But it's good too because it's a balance, brings balance to me. But I wanted to come forward because there's been a lot of energetic shifts over the weekend. Quite high vibing, then low, and then high, and then it's very fluctuating. But in a way that's creating growth and breaking down a lot of walls. I can tell you that there's been a lot of purging. There's been a lot of clarity coming through as well. But we're going to get a card for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and just read from there, seeing where they are, you know, seeing if there's any progress in this. I'm feeling a lot of union energy as well. So overall, I think the collective is actually preparing for 2020 because those energies are already here, guys. I mean, if you're not feeling 2020 already, then I don't know where you're at on this earth, because they definitely have shown up in a lot of the readings I've been doing. So this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you guys. And then if you're a Divine Masculine watching for your Divine Feminine, feel free to switch. I will say it from my perspective as a Divine Feminine. So if I refer to the Divine Masculine as a card, the Divine Masculine may refer to that as a Divine Feminine, whichever way it fits for you. You know, it depends on who comes, who awakens first, guys, in the journey. Can be either or. I always thought it was the Divine Feminine, but I've actually found it can be either or. But a Twin Flame energies, you know, it's a hard journey, guys. It's hard, and a lot of the times, Twin Flames find it hard to stay together because the similarities are what. It's like you know, someone that's exactly like you can be really frustrating. Because it's like the more negative parts of you, you know, like usually when you meet a twin flame, you're in a toxic place. You have coping mechanisms and walls, defenses. You have childhood trauma. You have all that kind of thing. And when you meet each other, it feels great. If this connection is amazing, you just never want to be apart from them. But in that itself, it can become quite toxic for either or of the counterparts that are not fully aware of the connection. But when they come into realization, when both parties come into realization, it's usually around the same time as well, that you just want to be together, then things start changing in the energy. And that's where we're at. There's a lot of change here. So we'll quickly get an energy card for the Divine Feminine. Can I have an energy card for the Divine Feminine where she is right now? Yeah, okay. Truth be told, I came out in reverse, so she may be holding back a little bit on how she's feeling. 14 breaking down to a 5, maybe a little bit having to change. Okay, yeah. She's having to learn to open up her heart and be vulnerable to the Divine Masculine, because I feel like she has been in a state where she has received communication. She has, you know, from the Divine Masculine that's just literally gone, here, I love you. Here you go. Here's my heart. And the Divine Feminine's gone, whoa, too much information, glitch, overload. And she feels the same way. Very much the same. It's interesting because it's like the Divine Masculine's energy is, he's kind of accelerating. He's accelerating at phenomenal speed now. He's coming to the same place the Divine Feminine was. And in fact, the Divine Feminine is now playing catch up. And, you know, if you don't resonate with that, that's fine. But for me, that's how I'm getting from that card. She's letting go of all the masks. She's revealing her heart, how she feels. She's allowing it. She's opening the windows of her soul to be seen. Because she may have been hiding behind coping mechanisms as well. So we'll just quickly get the Divine Masculine's energy, please. The Divine Masculine's energy, where is he at energetically right now? I saw that. Oh, loyal heart. Yeah, 35 breaking down to an 8, being on the right path, right place, right time. The Divine Masculine has a loyal heart. You know, it's like you're both looking back at each other in the same space and seeing a mirror image. He's definitely in the twin flame. But it's interesting too, because here you come forward as an L, with your heart open, your heart chakra open, in the Divine Masculine. It's like connection, deep impact. And that's why there's that rippling effect going on right now. So look at the energies that you both share. What are the energies that the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine share right now? One more, thank you. But underneath the deck it's this. Oh, and this, look. Okay. At this point, okay, this makes sense to me as well, because the divine, the truth be told came out in reverse. Okay. But I've turned it upside down because it's a pretty card and it should never be in reverse. But it's just saying that there's been a delay in the Divine Feminine opening up. So here's this chaos and conflict. Okay, but the Divine Masculine's in a really good space. 35 breaking down to an 8, 26 breaking down to an 8, 8, 8, Lion's Gate. Lion's Gate is interesting. Big shift since then for the Divine Masculine. 14 breaking down to a 5, 41 breaking down to a 5, guys. The mirroring is just crazy right now. But you're both in chaos and conflict because it's like a transformational phase. You see this? It's like all the pretenses are falling away now. Divine Masculine has a loyal heart. The Divine Feminine is coming forward and saying, here is my heart. Yeah, I just said, here is my heart. Yeah. And the Divine Feminine is now accepting that she wants union. Divine Masculine wants union. It's like the two most beautiful cards in this deck came out for either. But this has been hidden by the Divine Feminine. But she knows, he knows. They both know. But the chaos and conflict is just a transitional period where they're both casting off the things that no longer serve them. So they're releasing their old coping mechanisms, walls, defences, mental blocks, mental blockages and mindsets. You know, this is I can actually talk from experience, thinking that you don't deserve to be happy, that you don't deserve to have love, that you don't you know, you're not the person that's ever going to have love here. This is letting all that go, casting it away, chaos and conflict. But it's of the master number 33. So it's just mastering yourselves right now to come into union, casting off the falsities of society and revealing your true selves to each other. This is deep diving, guys. Isn't that interesting? 8, 8, 14, 41, that's mirroring here. 5, 5, change and white path. The 33 right in the middle. You know, it's interesting because I think when you start reading the tarot, or you know, the oracle cards, or whatever it is that you reading energy in general, you have to realize that tarot itself goes hand in hand with astrology, numerology. Knowing your birth chart helps because placements, and it for me, once again, I reiterate that your birth chart 9 times out of 10 is your soul contract on this earth. Now, for me, I actually read my star chart, my natal birth chart in my astrology, and it actually told me that I wouldn't recognize my gifts until I was older, which is interesting because it's exactly what happened. It just turned on one day, and literally I had to go through this really bad dark place to get to that, which is a true significant path for a healer. Well, but for me, I'm more than that. You know, it's what they call a light bringer or a way maker. So we bring light to the situation. We cast light on things that need to be cast light on the shadowy aspects, because as the type of people that we are, healers usually have to know the dark to be able to appreciate the light. Okay? And we have all these beautiful cards coming forward, but there's still this little bit of hint of darkness there. You see the darker skies, the clouds, but it's almost like the calm is coming after the storm. So it's just settling into recognition here of who we truly are. We're unique, you know. We can't fit into society. And the thing is, guys, from my point of view, is that if, like for me, my counterpart must have abilities as well, but they'll show in other ways. Maybe a physical way, maybe for me mine's spiritual, maybe theirs is in the physical realm, that they are able to manifest things like that, you know, like physically, whereas I manifest spiritually, energetically. But you know, 9 times out of 10, whatever skills you're really good at, your counterpart is exactly the same, but in a way that it's sort of like an accentuation of who you are. Thank you. An accentuation of who you are. So we're going to quickly get some tarot going on here for you guys to see what's currently going on. I like to shuffle. You know, I pre-shuffle as well, but I like to shuffle when I think, because it just allows me to move with the energy of this. So what does Spirit want the Divine Feminine to know? What does Spirit want the Divine Feminine to know currently about the counterpart journey right now? Yeah, death, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Death is about sudden change, casting of what no longer, this is death here, you know what I mean? It is a transitional period here for the Divines, especially the Divine Feminine, because she's had to let go, you know, especially she has to let go of all the pain that she's held against this Divine Masculine, which is the irony, actually, of that. But, yeah, definitely in a purging sense. What else does Spirit want Divine to know, Divine Feminine to know? Yeah, moving on to calmer waters here. So this is, okay, yeah, okay, thank you. So what I just heard was that the Divine Feminine has to purge, she has to let go of the resentment that she's holding towards the Divine Masculine, and to move into calmer waters here. And the thing is, once you get across, it's like organising your thoughts, organising your, you know, the way you want to communicate, come out of this over emotional mindset and come into a more calmer, more logical mindset. You know, a balanced mindset. The 6s for me were always about nostalgia, reciprocity, balance. It's a whole beautiful number. The number 6, meaning love, compassion and forgiveness. It's, you know, kindness. It has a lot of beautiful tones to it, the number 6. And 6 of Swords is about, you know, moving across to calmer waters, going to a better space mentally. It's like, let go of what no longer serves you here. Let it go. Death cycle. This is a transitional phase. It's not always pretty. It's not always nice either to go through a death cycle here. But that's death cycle within your own self, within all the things that no longer serve you, that you must purge. Because you have to accept the change. If it was in reverse, it would say that you weren't accepting the change. But in this period, you are actually coming forward with change. 14 equals 5. 41 breaks down to 5. Death is about change. 5 is about change. You know, then you have 6 here, stepping up a notch, going into a more logical mindset, reevaluating things as well. Anything else for the Divine Feminine the Spirit would like them to know? Oh, yeah, King of Wands. Okay. You may be dealing with a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. Opportunities. This is the opportunistic king. He's the people's king. He's voted in, right? This is what I always say about him. He's actually quite kind and generous, very regenerative. This is taking control of your spirituality here for me. The King of Wands. The Wands is about creativity, spirituality, passion, fire. You know, it's you know, it's It's like pulling it all into one. Mastering it. Don't let it over... Okay. Thank you. Don't let your passion overtake you, your fire in you, because you know the downside to a King of Wands, you don't want to be the negative. You don't want to be the negative of the. You want to be the positive, upright position, where he's actually liked and loved, popular. He's the popular king. So you may be dealing with a Leo. We've got swords here, Scorpio. Yeah. Yes. But it's just like, you know, take the opportunity while it's here, because I think Spirit has brought this person towards you. It's a test, definitely a test, but to see if you'll actually allow this opportunity to begin. See underneath the deck, the Devil. The Devil's been popping up, but we are going, you know, we're already feeling those Capricorn season vibes, because Capricorn leads into 2020, and this is Capricorn here. You know, this is feeling really bound to somebody. This is what causes the chaos and conflict. This is what causes you having to shed your outer skin to reveal what's truly inside of you. And you know, even though the Devil comes across as being a negative card, it does show that there has been some type of toxicity here within. But like I said, when you two meet, you meet in the dark. You meet when you are in a dark space, or it takes you to a dark space, because there's no way that you can appreciate the light if you haven't experienced the darkness. And Twin Flames, they experience the darkness a lot. And that's just stepping in, but it's just feeling really connected, like super bound to someone. You know, it's like it's something that hasn't been able to let go. There's a lot of soulmate energy right now in this reading, and it's quite beautiful. Yeah, Temperance. Okay, yeah. See, the Divine Masculine, you know, he hit the Sun. Yeah. Yeah, and Eight of Swords. Ooh. Okay. I'm just going to approach this Eight of Swords right now. I know exactly why that's there. And it's the same aspect as why the Six of Swords are there for the Divine Feminine here. It's just the Divine Masculine has to also break down. He is allowing, you know, he's here. His Spirit's backing him. Spirit is backing him here. See how they're coming forward with Temperance, which is about patience, but it's also about soothing a situation. See those Two of Cups? You know what I mean? They're bringing forward soulmate energy. They're making the situation right, because in the end it will bring about happiness. And the Divine Masculine knows this. This is the thing. That's why he's in a happy vibe. He's happy. He's in a vibe. He's in the right place where he should be. And he's coming across with another 8. And I'll tell you why. It's because he still has to let go of his limitations and visions and things that keep him trapped from time to time. Because remember, this lady, she's bound, and blindfolded, so she can't see and she can't break free. But the thing is, they're so loose, these could fall away. It could all fall away and walk right through the middle of their swords where they wouldn't get cut. It's like being lacking. Okay, thank you. The Divine Masculine knows that he wants the Divine Feminine here, his Two of Cups, and he knows that it's going to lead him to happiness. This is his happy place, but he lacks vision on how to orientate through this. That's where the Divine Feminine needs to come forward with the King of Wands here and take the lead just a little in this connection, because she has to relinquish. She has to relinquish here. She's like, no. It's funny because you've got death there, and then you've got the angels over there, and I break the deck and I get the Justice and the Emperor. Yeah, and the Lovers. Yeah. Okay. So for me, this is just showing me that yeah, there needs to be some balance brought into the situation, because you're both sort of trying to get over things, which makes sense. One's in trying to find balance, one's trying to take control, or really trying to be a lot more stable. It's like coming out of this Eight of Swords and going straight into the Emperor phase, feeling bound, connected. Someone's trying to find justice and balance, you know, it's thing. But here in the end, the Lovers on top of that Devil, it's like checkmate. This is like a chessboard of life. Yeah, because the solid off is coming forward, slow and steady. It's like, what's the rush? What's the rush here? What else does Spirit want anyone to know? Oi! Strength card. Sorry guys, my phone's going off. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Oh. Yeah, have the strength in this time. Was, you know, this is strength. The strength card, that's another 8 by the way. There's a lot of 8s here. But the strength card is about, you know, having love, compassion and grace, and the strength to tame the beast within. You know, this is the beast within. These are these swords energy, this maybe this mindset of not being able to, you know, get through it. I need to find a better space to be in emotionally. I need to find a way through this unknown territory. I'm a little bit thing. And here we have the Magician here. You know, it's very spiritual, manifesting each other forward in this full energy underneath. I mean, have the strength. That's what I'm saying. If you want to manifest this union, and this union is pretty thing, it's interesting that the Divine Feminines come forward with the Justice, and I think it's more like she's a little bit still guarded. She's still showing her sword here. It's like, you tell me the truth here. She's coming over as the governing authority here. You tell me the truth or I'll cut you. I need balance here. I need truth here. The Justice card also representing, this may be a Libra, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn. What else? Yeah, another Aries, Leo. I think a lot of fire signs in here. A lot of air as well. Fire in here. It's not that much water, to be honest. I don't see any cups. And then she pops out. Thank you. The counterpart to the Magician is the High Priestess. This is a very, very spiritual message, guys. Very strong. Lots of major arcana here. Another 8 underneath the deck. Hard work. Someone's been working hard here. If you want the strength to manifest somebody, to have that connection with spirit, with your soul, with this energy of the Twin Flame Collective, then you have to manifest some strength to be able to trust and believe in the system and do the hard work that needs to be done here. Yeah, it's amazing. Woo! Oof. Another oracle card, please. What we need to be doing. What do we need to be doing? Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. I just heard river. Oh, your river. How it. Oh. Guys. Passion. We need to be tapping in, tuning into spirit here. Get ignited. Because a new dawn, new day, new beginning is coming. A new beginning. yeah, we need to get into the mindset. We need to tap into spirit here. We need for the Twin Flame collectives, because the new beginning starting. It's right there with that full energy, and there's so much major arcana on here. It's kind of freaky. So you know, this takes time to major arcanas take time to manifest the power of them. You have like just what can I say? It's literally nearly all major arcana here. So big events going down in 2020, guys, and I know I'm going to be doing more Twin Flame Energy readings, but something big is happening, and it's beautiful, and it's lovely. So, yeah, I think we need to just, you know, get out of the mindsets that we don't deserve, that we're not worthy. We actually are. We're worthy, and we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, see, I heard it. I am ready for love. Yeah, that's a pretty deep, passionate song too, by India Irie, sorry. But yeah, the Strength card and the Lovers. Yeah, you want to come into union. You want to come into union. You need balance, stability, strength, trust, and believe in each other. Get out of these mindsets where you need to go into a better space to be able to come into union. Get out of the mindset that you don't, you know, not knowing where you're going is bad for you. It's just like, you're free. You're free. You're worthy. You are ready for union. Twin flames. Whew. Yeah. Oh, Spirit, we ask for blessings here. We ask for blessings for the collective of the twin flame counterparts, the divine feminine, divine masculine, that they may come into union, that they may see how worthy they are of each other, that they are ready, that they need to be together to raise the vibration of the earth, to raise the vibration of each other, to come into completion here. Send blessings to all the twin flame collectives out there, to all those that need this. May your will be done. Alright, guys, just wanted to do a little prayer at the end there, because it felt like, you know, somebody might need a blessing out there. Yeah, it feels good though. I feel really good. Like, I feel so calm. It's like dreamy. You know what I mean? It's such a dreamy energy. So, yeah. Have a great night, guys. Hope this resonated for you. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.